Good morning to one and all. I hope all of you are doing well. Well, today's topic is about diversification strategy. One of the strategy that you know the companies employ for growth and for expansion. Now, whenever we talk about diversification, first of all, let's see what do you mean by diversification. Let's say you are operating in business, in one form of business. I have two classic examples. One is ITC and other is Tata. I'll take ITC first. Now, if I ask you what is ITC known for, most of the people will talk about tobacco. And there's one of the premium company in tobacco. You must have heard about Wills, and there are many brands. To tell you about the company came in 1910 as Imperial Tobacco Corporation, and then in 1974 it changed to Indian Tobacco Corporation. Now, when you talk about tobacco, one of the problem with the company was that, as you see in India, that tobacco and alcohol are social stigmas. Given that our health infra is not up to the mark, and particularly we are a poor country, and if you have or you are addicted to tobacco and cigarettes, then it causes wide range of diseases, most prominently in cancer. So there were a lot of anti-slogans against this company. I don't think so company was wrong in selling it, because if there is a legal what you can say, if there is a legality to it, which means if they can sell and they are selling under the legal boundaries, then I don't think so it's wrong. What was wrong is that we feel that the consumption of it is very, very harmful to the health. So company thought, if I were in their place, they thought, and more interestingly, company is also known for hotels, ITC hotel chain, but nobody talks about hotels, right? So this was one thing. So this tobacco was actually tarnishing their image. So when you talk about diversification, there are two types of diversification. Diversification means moving from your business to some other business. In a simple way, it can be related, it can be non-related. For example, they are making cigarettes. If they would have started making गुटखा, suppose, related है, दोनों ही टबैको का काम कर रहे हैं, बट वो बना रहे हैं सिगरेट, और अब वो बनाने लग गए हैं आशीर्वाद आटा. नाउ दैट्स नॉन रिलेटेड. अब ये मत कहना भाई कि सर आटा भी वही आदमी खाता है और सिगरेट भी वही आदमी पीता है, तो ये रिलेटेड हो गया. नहीं, इट्स नॉट रिलेटेड इन दैट सेंस. Related means where you can have a fit, or you can use your operations, or you can use your present facilities, or you can use your channel of distribution to supply the products or the business that you are entering into. So if you look at ITC, their core business is cigarette and tobacco. Their market share is around 60 to 70%. Latest you can find out, but I think this is what it is. The revenue contribution is 78%, and profit margins is 40%. Now when somebody asks about ITC, cigarette based thing, so they have to come out of it. So what they did, as I talked to you in earlier lectures, never ever leave your core competency. कभी नहीं छोड़ेंगे वो सिगरेट बनाना, भूल जाइए. What they are best at, they shouldn't leave it, come what may, until unless there comes a bill in the parliament and the legislation that cigarettes is banned. Well, then that's an external environment, they can't do about it, but they know how to produce cigarettes. I must have about Will's lifestyle. So they have taken the brand forward. Now what they did was, from tobacco, they had ITC hotels also, which in any case is different to tobacco. But they wanted to expand. Now they could have expanded in cigarettes. Cigarettes is still doing very, very well. But then people socially, people felt that they are against these things are against the society, and these should not be done. So what they did, they came up with FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. Now from tobacco, they moved to fast moving consumer goods. They moved to atta, they moved to soft drinks, they moved to Sunfeast biscuits. So you had tobacco, you had obviously with them the hotels, and then you had this FMCG. Now FMCG and tobacco not related, because one business cannot fit to the other. Then they further moved to the stationery. You must have heard about Classmate. So अब ITC क्या कह रहा है? क्या ITC ये कह रहा है कि हमारा जो स्टूडेंट है वो आशीर्वाद के आटे के बने पराठे खाए, क्लास में जाए, क्लासमेट की एक कॉपी ले और विल्स की सिगरेट फूकता हुआ काम करे, और ये ITC कर रही है. नो प्लीज़, दैट्स नॉट व्हाट ITC इज डूइंग. ITC is saying, since we are into business which is not seen, the perception is against us, we'll now give society something that society love. We'll move into fast moving consumer goods. We'll move into stationery so that we can support education, right? Apart from their social campaigns, that's different. They also went into the greeting cards business so that they can lure people out there, which is another vertical. Then they moved into clothing, into apparel business, right? So see the verticals from tobacco to hotels to FMCG to stationery, right? To greeting cards to clothing. And under each head, if you would like to see their brands, you will find some of the leading brands. Nobody can forget about Sunfeast. So as a student, whenever I give you verticals, find out under which vertical, and then find out the year when each of these vertical started. So this is diversification. You're moving from one business to another business, and that another business is completely different from the first business. That's why it's unrelated diversification. Yes, if a soft drink company like Coke or Pepsi, which is into liquid, has now started manufacturing water, that's the related diversification. Related in a sense, they were already making liquid, now they're making water, and they can use their expertise and channel of distribution of selling their soft drink, and they can synergize it with water, so water and soft drink can move together. Alcohol manufacturing company manufacturing soda is again related. It's related in a sense because soda is used in alcohol for consumption. Alcohol manufacturing company, have you seen? I really don't know, but you should. There may be. If they manufacture water, you will again say, I'll again say it's related because water is again used with alcohol, right? Alcohol manufacturing company coming up with shoe, that's absolutely unrelated. That's not related. So when you talk about related and non-related, I feel that if an alcohol manufacturing company is selling water, I don't feel it is related, because I can rest assure you, any alcohol company which is selling alcohol from one of its desks will not sell water from that desk. You will not be purchasing water from an alcohol shop, though there is water, because you will always be be there in your mind that people will say, ये पानी के लिए थोड़ी गया है, ये तो शराब के लिए गया है, पानी तो कहीं और मिल जाता. So see, in related and unrelated, you also have to see the channel of distribution and the point if both of them can be sold from one place. So there is related and non-related at various levels. Unfortunately, we are having online classes. Once you return and we have the boards on, I can tell you because I am a marker and board teacher largely. But as I said, that go and ponder upon it and come with questions. So what is diversification? When one business unit moves from one sector to another sector which is different from the first one. It's not a carry forward. It's different. This is with regard to ITC. Okay. The second example, and a very, very classic one, and again the one that we like is of Tata. I think everyone knows about it. Everyone knows about it. Now, Tata, if you look at Tata, can you tell me what was their first business? People say steel, it's hotels, Indian hotels in 1903, they came with hotels. Right? Then they diversified. Tata Steel, 1907, in 1907 they came with Tata Steel. So see, hotels and steel, right? Then they came up with Tata Power. Then they came up with Tata Chemicals in 1939. Then with Tata Motors in 1945, and you see they have taken up Jaguar, Range Rover, and it was the same group who insulted Tata some years back that you don't know how to sell cars, and it is the same group which requested Tata to take them over. So that's karmic balance. You also remember Chorus. Find out how Chorus was taken over by Tata, and they became one of the major steel manufacturing in the world. Tata Motors to Voltas in 1954. Who can forget Voltas refrigerator? Then TCS in 1968 to watches, Titan in 1984, and one of their retail, they are into retailing also, retail watch showroom is Helios. Then to Tata Teleservices in 1995, to Trent, which is their retail outlet in 1998, and I think Westside is one of the very popular retail outlet, and to Infinity Retail in 2006. So it is known as salt to software conglomerate. Now conglomerate is one word which comes quite often in strategy. Well, in a simple word, conglomerate is defined as a company which is largely involved into big businesses where their businesses are so varied, so different from each other that if you keep them horizontally in a line, then the first one and 10th one are absolutely different. You will see, sir, what is this happening? So Tata on one hand manufactures salt, and Tata on one extreme hand are into software. Salt or software, koi lena dena nahi. Right? So this is conglomerate. Two extremely different business, but not only two. There are many in between. Now you will say, so why diversify? Diversify because you need more market, more profit, and the profit can come either you grow your segment in the existing business, which you know is somewhat difficult. So Cadbury's has done it with real master, chocolates not for just kids, for everyone. You know that. So they have grown that same segment. But these companies, the other companies have forayed into other businesses. Now there is a risk. No business comes without it. There is a risk. But with it, they came into different businesses. They diversified, and there they made their name. So when you talk about diversification, you will not find many companies. No, you look at Nike, you look at Adidas, you look at Reebok. they might manufacture salt someday, but they will not do because they stick to their core competency. Pepsi and Coke may definitely move into related diversification like manufacturing water and soft drinks, but soft drink, orange drinks, or for the matter fruit beverages. But they did that when they had the pressure of pesticides on it in early 2000, when the case came that these drinks had insecticides. So to save themselves, they moved into the water business or the beverages business, in a sense, that orange drinks and all these kind of things. So diversification is you are spreading your risk, and you want to make more money, right? There is enough to be spoken on it, and the more you get confused means the better student you will become, because then more questions will come. I'm again looking forward for your questions on diversification. Study it. This is just a icebreaker in a sense that I have told you about related and non-related. Study it. Come with questions. I'll again take a session on what is related diversification and non-related diversification. Look at other companies apart from Tata and ITC, which have taken diversification, even at a small level, right? And then come with me. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet again.